What's up, everybody? Welcome into Southeastern 14. And let's start, as always, by telling you about our good friends at Bet Online. They are your top spot for all your live betting action and contest. NHL, NBA, UFC. Bet Online is your number one source for wagering news, odds, trends, and predictions. All the hoops betting action, along with every sport available at your fingertips with both desktop and mobile access at any time. Head to Bet Online today and remember to use our promo code BELIEVE, that's all caps BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. Alrighty.
I think the biggest conversation piece here has to be the absence of the aura. I mean, don't get me wrong. Alabama has done historic things. And since Saban got there in 2007, this has been unprecedented. Hey, I love Spurrier. I love Pat Dye. I love what Vince Dooley did in Athens. I love what Bear Bryant did through his career. Saban is the GOAT. Period. End of conversation. And exclamation point. I mean, I don't even know how much more emphatically I can say it. And I think not only does it impact what Alabama is within the locker room without Saban, it impacts the perception of every other team who now plays Alabama, who looks at them and says, well, they don't have Saban. I mean, they're just a football team now. They don't have Saban. They don't have the GOAT. So,
yeah. Missouri's going to strut in there thinking they're going to win outright.
Yeah, and you know what? He's left a shelf full of talent. I get that. There are dudes. I mean, Alabama just had 6 guys drafted in the first 80 picks of the NFL draft. Hey, they've got talent, and they're going to have talent. But without the perception of the straw hat, without the perception of that 5'4" little dictator, hey, Alabama doesn't scare anybody anymore. You know it?
And how are they going to handle when adversity strikes like it did with the loss to Texas last year? You know, I'm sure it was very reassuring for all the guys to, hear Saban's voice. And, he was pretty calm after that game. He knew when to get mad as hell and fire them up.
Rat poison. Off at him. Hey, he pushed all the right buttons because he's the GOAT. He is the GOAT. So he knew when to speak through the media to his fan base. He knew when to talk to his players through the media. He punched every button perfectly. And now, I mean, if you're a Bama fan, you better cross your fingers that Kalen DeBoer is ready for this.
And let me ask you this: I think that I don't know that they could have done any better with DeBoer. I mean, you get a young guy who has been nothing but successful everywhere he's been, every step of the ladder, and in year 2 at Washington, he gets them to the national title game. I mean, I think it was a great. I think Byrne did a great job.
But how much of that talent was his? I mean, you look at that first round was dotted with a whole lot of Washington players, and they were experienced players. Because I could say the same thing about what Auburn tried to do a handful of years ago with who's his britches from Boise State, who has been nothing but successful at every stop he'd ever been. I'll tell you who could have been better.
Who?
Kyle Whittingham. He's the best coach in college football in my mind.
The absolute uno. Now that Saban's out, I mean, not ahead of Kirby. Now,
No,
I mean, I know he's good.
Kirby's got a better resume, but
Sure.
but you're not going to get Kirby out of Athens. I mean,
Right.
I mean,
You're talking about who's gettable. Who was gettable?
So if you're going to go get somebody, go money whip Kyle Willingham.
Oh, you would. I mean, he'd have gone to Bama in a heartbeat. Now I will point out the year before DeBoer got there, Washington did go 4-8. Now he did inherit some talent, but they go 11-2 in year one, and then they get to the CFP title game. So that's pretty impressive.